callan los problemas, mucho hielo y ron llevo en la nevera. Hombres y mujeres, estoy aquí afuera. Salgan ya del rancho que buena no se espera. Ya tú sabes que sí, tremenda borrachera. Ay, qué calor, ay, qué calor. Y es que del Caribe te lo traigo yo. Ay, qué calor, ay, qué calor. Y es que del Caribe te lo traigo yo. Hasta el amanecer, hasta el amanecer, hasta el amanecer. Hasta el amanecer, hasta el amanecer, hasta el amanecer. Se fue la luz pero mi radio tiene pilas. La luna llena, el camino nos ilumina. No tengo carro, nos vamos andando. Por el camino ya la iremos gozando. No tengo dinero, pero estoy feliz. Tengo a mi negro lindo que me hace sentir. No tengo un jacuzzi, tengo una playa llena de palmeras para cuando yo vaya.
Yo, what is up, y'all? It's Feliz Cinco de Mayo, even though it's not Cinco de Mayo just yet, not till Monday, but we are celebrating it today, as you guys can tell from our hats. So welcome back to Off Topject Podcast, where the facts are hot, the takes are hotter, and the topics are all over the place. So we got a fiesta of an episode lined up for y'all today. So who knows? Maybe we'll practice our little screams, our little Mexican screams. What do you think, bro?
I don't know. I'm not good at those. So
I ain't either, but I don't even know how to scream.
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a chihuahua.
That's right. It's your boy Johnny. I'm gonna be Johnny Maracas today, and then we got our boy here, Rogues.
Rogue Mexican. Hey there.
So it's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be between going into religious stuff, which things have been popping up here, and to tea time towards the end. So stay tuned. Go get your popcorn, snacks, Doritos, and yeah, let's get this show on the road. Sweet. So yeah, we've been getting some pretty crazy week this week. I mean, I don't even know where to kick off. So I guess let's start off with this guy. Hey yo, shout out to Patricia. What's up? This guy, he calls himself the Mahdi. So I don't know if you know what that is, Rogue.
The Mahdi?
Mahdi or Mahdi? I can't even say it. It's Arabic. I want to say it's Arabic. It's from the Middle East. So many are claiming that this guy is the Antichrist right now that's roaming Earth. And so he's kind of been what's the word I'm looking for? Like he's kind of been criticized. He's been arrested, I want to say last year, for preaching the good word. And so what he's doing, he doesn't claim to be the Antichrist. You know, all Antichrists would probably say that. You know, I'm not saying that he's the Antichrist. You know, but it's this guy has been like he's calling himself the new Pope.
What?
Yeah, and he's really popped out ever since Pope Francis passed away, which he passed away on, like, I want to say Sunday night into Monday morning.
Yeah.
And so wait, was it? Yeah, it was this past weekend, right? That was Easter Sunday?
Or was that 2 weeks ago? It was before, I think.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to keep track of everybody passing away.
Yeah, that's facts, man. But anyways, this guy, he's come out and saying that he's the true Pope, and that he's here to liberate everyone from these like false churches, these false leaders that are all in it about for the money and everything. And so and he's the way how he's preaching is kind of like he doesn't claim to be the Messiah, but he says that Jesus sent him.
But that doesn't make sense. Like Jesus is supposed to be the Messiah.
Yeah. So he's not claiming to be the Messiah, not at all. So he's saying that Jesus sent him, and he was prophesied by all these by these prophets in the past.
Yes.
What is up, Rome? Welcome to
El
the party, man.
Toxico showed up.
What is happening
Yes.
here? What did I
It's
miss
ready for
something?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. You missed the memo, bro.
I did. I really did.
I mean, you somewhat got a sombrero up there, dude.
Wow. Tell me
I got
about that.
I got me some agua frescas too. Let's go. This is pineapple with mango flavor, and
That sounds so good.
Oh my gosh, delicious.
Tacos after this.
Yeah. And then to top it off, of course, I got my burrito too. So
Shut up! No.
Oh man, yep.
No, y'all look good though. Y'all look like a bachata band, you know.
A bachata, bro. That's not even. No, dude.
Is it mariachi?
Mariachi, bro.
Mariachi?
There you go.
No wonder his nickname
My
is
bad.
Toxico.
Oh, we just lost like 40
Look.
views now.
I know everybody laughed. Thanks.
Look, it was not my
Thanks, Rome.
fault.
Thanks.
Y'all don't got the salsa and the dip on the top of y'all hats. Like I don't know, y'all missing
There's
out.
nothing. Yeah, there's no
Hold
dip
on.
up there.
Yeah, I
There's
got
nothing. Your
salsa.
empty hat.
I got salsa put on top of my hat. There we go.
Don't forget about it. That's up there.
Knowing myself, I'll forget about it and get it all over my hat. No. So Ron, check it. So we're talking about this Mahdi guy, or Mahdi, however you say it. And this guy is claiming to be a prophet on a rise, and he has so many followers. This guy, and I mean, he's been doing this for 10 years, for about 10 years already. Yeah, he's been doing it for 10 years, kind of on the low, and then just barely up until I want to say Monday. Was it Monday? No, I think it was Sunday. Yeah, ever since Sunday, this guy blew up. Either Sunday or Saturday, one of those 2 days. I can't remember. This guy just blew up all of a sudden.
What changed? Like, what changed for 10 years?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but everybody is leaving their religion to follow this guy because they're saying that he's the one that's going to bring peace to the world. He's the one that's going to be performing miracles and all. And so I kind of searched up, is that Mahdi guy going to be like the Antichrist or whatnot? And so everything that points to the Antichrist doesn't make him the Antichrist. This guy is more of like one of the prophets that is there to lead and guide people to come unto God. But it's crazy because it's like his momentum of followers are like climbing by the day, and he's at the point where there's people in Spain following him, people in the Philippines are following him. It's already come here to the US, obviously a lot of people from the Middle East. And just the way how this guy preaches, I have videos of this guy preaching. You guys want to look at it?
Yeah. What is his like main points of religion?
It's not really it's not really a religion because he says like he talks about like religions, and religions are pretty much the Antichrist of its own, because each religion will always contend with each other, create a cult, create like a group of people that will judge you if you're not part of that religion. So he's saying that like all these people that like all these religions that are out there, they're the Antichrist. The leaders are the Antichrist because instead of leading and guiding everybody in one faith to God, they segregate them.
They separate people.
They separate people and like, hey, don't touch my religion if you're not gonna be part of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Well, you
watch
know,
this.
he's not right, nor is he wrong, right? Because I mean, look at how everything is. Like, if you don't understand our principles, you can't
You're
do
sideways,
everything we
bro.
do. My
Not
bad.
sure.
Hold on.
My bro was gonna chop off my cabeza.
Sideways.
I'm gonna have whiplash with this hat, man. It's
He's
so
not
heavy.
right.
Yeah.
He he's not right, nor is he wrong, because most religious faiths and denominations, we all focus under like one thing. Like one plus one is two, but one plus one plus a half. We're just kind of working in our own little things. And well, I was in Africa, and Bill Joel, you know Bill Joel,
No.
the
No.
white guy from he's a TV he's a TV pastor, right? He has a TV church, and he has a huge following in Africa. Huge following. I mean, his following so huge. He held a mass over 500,000 people, and they was just giving him money.
Why?
So it's like was he considered the Antichrist or the second coming? Who knows? But in Africa, everybody showed up. We over here trying to teach our people. You know what I mean? They're like, Bill Joel's coming. Bill Joel's like, who's Bill Joel? And then I remember when I was when I was younger, there was this guy that came on the TV. He was like, if you want to find God, if you want to love Christ, you gotta learn, you gotta listen. I'm here to help you. And I'm like, this is one of these guys that are on the TV at like 3 in the morning because you forgot to turn it off. That's that guy. And then on Sunday morning, he's also there too. So, and then there was a dude. His name was Prophet Kakandi. Bill Joel came to see Prophet Kakandi. The Prophet Kakandi actually like healed somebody. Now I can't tell you if it was real, right? But I can't tell if it was fake because it looked real. And the Prophet Kakandi, he literally just made this one person who was paralyzed his whole life walk. So that was just like, you don't want to mess with dark spirits, nor do you want to mess with God. So is he right or is he wrong at the same time? You know what I mean?
hmm hmm Yeah, and you guys know the Prophet Muhammad, right? From like
Yeah.
back in the days. So this
Yeah.
guy is the direct descent from the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, and he could trace his lineage all the way back to
That's
him.
crazy.
Yeah, which makes it even like
Are we talking about Muhammad Ali? I'm sorry. Are we talking about
no
Muhammad
no.
Islam?
Muhammad, the one that wrote the
The
Quran.
the Quran, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that Muhammad.
That
Wow.
Muhammad. Yeah, yeah, the
Not the
Muslim.
one that stings like a bee.
Hey, I had to ask.
Yeah, no, and it's pretty wild because like he's the way how he preaches and his interviews and this guy is like really blowing up and a lot of people are just like, you know, he's the Antichrist, but he's not the Antichrist from what I've been researching
Well,
and
don't they talk about in the Revelations 3 candlesticks, like 3 prophets that are going to be holding off war until like Jesus comes, and then these 3 prophets are going to fight for so long, keep like the chosen, whether chosen of God against the world, and they're going to be fighting everybody. And then when these 3 prophets or apostles pass away or get unalive by all the just the world trying to unalive the 3
Mhm.
candlesticks, after that, then 3 days after that, Jesus will come.
yeah. Um yeah, that I do remember reading something like that as well. And I mean, who knows, man, what like
Yeah.
these prophets are popping up
I seen this
And
real creepy movie one time. It was real. It was super creepy. It was like ultra creepy, right? But it made so much sense. You know what I mean? Oh man,
How?
I was like
How did it make sense?
watching it. Okay, so a girl gets haunted by evil spirit, right? Stalked,
mhm,
whatever, blah blah blah. Whoever she comes in contact with dies, and
yep.
this goes on for about like 3 days or whatever. She gets
Okay.
hospitalized, right? And then all of a sudden she's clinically dead. Comes back to life in a mental hospital where she knows everything, and she's in all white and she's a preacher on the stage. I was like, makes sense. The devil has to kill. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's not. That's too much. That's too much. We're not gonna. Hold on. You have to go the same way Jesus did to be considered the Antichrist. Correct.
Mm.
Right. So that means that this guy has to be put up on a cross or crucified in some way. Then he also has to be buried like the Savior as well. Then he has to resurrect like the Savior as well. But he has to do it in opposite form. Y'all was
What do
talking
you mean?
about the upside down cross last episode. I saw it.
Yeah,
And
in the Vatican.
Yeah.
mhm. And the upside down cross, it comes from Peter. Because Peter didn't want to be crucified like Jesus.
Hmm.
So he was like, don't do that to me, hang me upside down. But the other thing is that the method of the cross was made by the Roman Catholics. It wasn't made by Christians.
Mhm.
So who's wrong? Who's right? That's the question. Who
That's the
really
real
is raising the
question.
Antichrist?
You know, and this guy, his I can't, I think his name is like Kazim or something like that, because the Mahdi in itself means the chosen one. That's what that means.
Oh, so
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
his
But his name is like,
title.
yeah, that's his title. But his name is like Kazim or something like that. I'll play the video here in a bit where he kind of introduces himself and then he kind of goes off. But the way how this guy talks, you know, he's saying stuff like, um Paul was a false apostle,
Hmm?
and like the stuff that he has done hasn't been correct. And so I'm like, okay, what do you mean by that? Like during Jesus time or after Jesus time?
Yeah.
And so, and as he keeps talking, he's talking in terms of after Jesus time, in which because he's one of the, like, pretty much the founders of the Catholic Church.
Well, yeah,
And
the Catholic Church believes that he handed the power over to them, and it's like that's not possible because the foundation from the beginning of the Bible is prophets and apostles. There
mhm.
doesn't go all of a sudden change and say you're now the new pope.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's where this Mahid guy is coming from.
So he's trying
It,
to call out that Catholic Church then.
Well,
yeah,
I
but
don't think.
like not really calling it out, but at the same time, yes, but by saying that Paul was a false apostle,
Mhm.
and like and I did some research on that because I was just like, okay, so what does he mean by that? Like, what has Paul done to be
A
considered the
false.
false apostle? And reading some of his gospels that he wrote and stuff, and like a lot of stuff did contradict to what he would say previously.
Mm.
And every time he would go and preach, it would always be something different at other places. And so I'm just like, is this what he mean, that he's a liar? Because he also calls him a liar.
So not a constant like teaching. It just keeps
Yeah,
evolving.
yeah.
Mm.
And
I mean,
so
but you gotta think about it. And everybody falls in a conversation every day at work. You know what I mean? Right. Coworker wants a dream car, and it's a Toyota Camry. Then the next person they talk to, it's a Camaro. The next person they talk to, it's a BMW. The next person they talk to, it's a Volkswagen Jetta because it's so sporty, and then like, it's like it's always gonna change.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think you can really like call someone like a liar in a sense because it has to change. Like the gospel is designed to be changed.
Is it? Is it though? I feel like the
There's
gospel has to
purity.
be the same because Jesus
There's
never
purity.
changed it when he was alive.
He
He always
used
kept the truth.
parables,
Yeah.
but it was always the same principles behind it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Principles are being shifted every day. Principles are being shifted. People use the same terminology. Like, did y'all hear about the new the Gen Z Bible?
Oh
What?
yeah, dude, I love that Bible, man.
Like
What are you
it's
guys
the same
talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah,
principle.
yeah. So Gen Z Bible is like, so for example, the story of Mary is, it goes something like, and God himself came and raised up Mary. I was like, bro. I was
Oh
like, I
my
like
goodness.
you, and then Mary said something like, "No cap, you do," or something like that. It was, dude, man, that Gen Z Bible, man, you gotta. It's. Let me see if I can find
Yeah.
a
If
verse
you ever
first.
Well,
tune into Gen Z Bible at all, it is so readable and it's hilarious.
uh, I didn't even know it was a thing. Like there was that Gen Z Loteria, which is cracks me up. We play with our kids and we just don't know what these words are.
Like Jesus was like, stop playing with him, bro. Go get this fish. Throw it in this basket real quick.
Let's
Trying to
see.
tell you, bro.
I'm trying to see if I can find a verse here because it's hilarious, man. I was laughing so hard because I was confused myself on how like some of these words are just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this is so out of my generation, man.
Even the words low key is in the Gen Z Bible.
What?
Yeah,
Low key is
yeah.
in there.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
here's one. Here's one. Let's
Okay.
see. Let me pull it up. Um,
I don't want to go too far off topic, but like I want to see that video though. But I did want
Yeah.
to add this before you showed the shared the screen.
mhm. Yeah. Okay,
Jesus established.
mhm.
There was no such thing as establishments for church. It was just you believe this, be a good person. We were the ones that put labels on everything.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like the Gen Z Bible, that's a label because everybody else can't read Isaiah. I would love to read Isaiah in the Gen Z Bible, bro. I honestly like it's got to be the dopest
It's
book in the
poetry.
Bible, right? Like Shakespeare just met Isaiah.
I kind of want to buy me a Gen Z Bible though, man. To be honest, low key. Are you ready for the verse?
Yes.
All right, it
hmm
says Mary was a pygmy girl for God and was simping for him in prayer when the angel Gabriel appeared to her and said, "Hey yo, you're a real one, and the top G is feeling you." But she thought his compliment was low key sus and gave him the side eye. So he said, "Baby girl, chill. God sent me to tell you you passed the vibe check."
What? No way. That is whoever made that is just going straight down. No
Dude,
way.
man,
Geniuses though.
Gen Z Bible, man. Gen Z Bible. You could get it on Amazon. But yeah,
That's
y'all
that
y'all ready for the
21st century King James version.
yeah. All right, y'all ready for that video?
Crazy.
Yes, yes. Let's see this.
hmm
All right, let's take a look at this Mahdi guy. Or Mahadi. I can't even say it.
Mahadi. The chosen one. We'll just say that.
All right, can you guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They talk about the Antichrist. What is the Antichrist? Who is the Antichrist? Where is the Antichrist? These are the questions people have asked for centuries. In fact, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Allah did not send any prophet but that he warned his nation of the one-eyed Dajjal. He is one-eyed, while your Lord is not one-eyed. The word kafir is written between his two eyes. If this is true, and every prophet ever sent to a nation warned their people about the Antichrist, and this is a topic of the utmost importance. One cannot afford to get this wrong. Indeed, we find the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told the truth, and every prophet did warn about the Antichrist. And in the Bible, Jesus ﷺ also warned of the Antichrist. His disciples wrote, "But every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming, and even now is already in the world." Even in Judaism, in the Tanakh, the prophet Zechariah warns of the Antichrist. He said, "Woe to the worthless shepherd who deserts the flock. May the sword strike his arm and his right eye. May his arm be completely withered, his right eye totally blinded." So we can conclude that in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the Antichrist is portrayed as a false and worthless leader, one who fails those who follow him, rejects the true Messiah, Jesus ﷺ, and is blind in his right eye. So who fits this description of the Antichrist? People have long pondered the meanings of these characteristics, expecting an individual who is blind in one eye with the word kafir written on his forehead. But what if he is not a single individual? What if the Antichrist is many people? What if he is a spirit that possesses...
This is where I stopped listening right here.
Say what?
This is exactly where I stopped listening right here. This is why I stopped listening, because this is going to dive too deep into people's minds, where it's like, this guy's clearly brainwashing whoever he's talking to. You can't say the Antichrist is multiple people, because Jesus Christ is a title. Antichrist is a title. There's only one person that we always call Jesus Christ. Even the Bible talks about it. The Quran talks about it. Whatever they read in the Vatican talks about it. Just one person.
They do talk about, like in the Bible, it talks about a dragon. They don't talk about dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can't really say it. It's Antichrist. I didn't say Antichrist, because everybody can't carry the same power.
Well, but that's what he's saying, that
You know what I mean?
the Antichrist is going to be that one guy that has, the one eye that's working, and I think his left eye is blind.
Trump.
Oh my God.
There's a TV show.
I think you're getting sick, Rogue.
I know. I got a cough. I took a cough drop. See? But no.
There's a TV show. It's called Lucifer.
Oh yeah. On
It's
Netflix.
a really good TV show. I like that TV show, because Lucifer comes to Earth and he's giving people powers and all that, so he can go back up to heaven and mess some things up. I mean, that's like genius, right? Like, Lucifer comes down as this like middle-aged white handsome dude who gets whatever he wants, right? And he's not the Antichrist. He's just Satan. Being Satan, right? That's all he's being. But then at the end, where I stopped, where I last left off at, was Lucifer has a baby with a woman that is a virgin, because it has to go the same way, right? Has to. And that little girl was considered the Antichrist because everything she did was backwards, but it was forward to her. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, you think about what this this guy is saying is like it could also be a mindset of people that, because Jesus taught to be protected against all evil.
Mhm.
But nowadays it's like, oh, it's okay. Just do whatever you want. You'll be fine. And it's like, no, you won't be fine if you do everything or anything you want. So I think we should keep listening.
You think we should?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least skip it to like the middle or something. Because this is a long one, and I don't want to fall asleep on dude. I'm just
No,
saying.
we're not
I
gonna
got a
play it.
lazy boy,
We're
and I
not
will
gonna
be
play the whole
lazy.
thing. Yeah, no. We're not gonna play the whole thing. It's only like just the first few minutes here. So here I'll play some more.
This idea is reinforced by other verses in the New Testament. Children, it is the last hour. And just as you heard that Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have appeared. From this we know that it is the last hour. And again, and every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming, and now it is already in the world. The spirit of the Antichrist appears to come upon a large group of people, even in the entire nation, as a sign that the hour is near. The prophet Daniel also had a vision of a powerful empire led by an Antichrist-like figure. This is what he said. The fourth beast will be a fourth kingdom on the earth, which will be different from all the other kingdoms, and will devour the whole earth and trample it down and crush it. This prophecy describes a global superpower, unlike any before it, a kingdom that oppresses the righteous and alters divine law, and a ruler who blasphemes against God yet dominates the world. So which nation fits this description? The description of this nation is that it devours the whole earth, tramples it down, and crushes it. So it must be a world power, perhaps the strongest the world has ever seen. Only one country comes to mind that fits that description of a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and extremely strong, and it had large iron teeth. This iron beast that tramples over the nations is none other than the United States of America. America.
You ain't lying.
Oof.
You ain't lying. Amen, brother.
There we go.
Amen, brother.
So
We trample on everything that we breathe on. I'm gonna tell you, we do. We literally do. Look, I was
Except
looking at
Tacos
this, right?
Tuesdays.
Look, I was looking at this, right? I was thinking
almost
of
trampled this
starting a
burrito
company
right
in
now.
Brazil,
Mhm.
right? And I'm looking at it. If I started a company in Brazil, this is what it requires: X, Y, Z, blah, 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 right? And I said, what does America buy from Brazil? They
Land.
actually bought almost $240 million of ammunition and supplies from Brazil.
Hmm.
That's guns. We just talking guns at the moment, right? And then they also brought some soybeans, agriculture, paper, toilet paper materials. Like they're shipping things nonstop over. And we're the ones raising the dollar bill over and over again. It was Trump that said the tariffs was out to hit, right? And then China's like, okay, if you want to do that, we could do that too. They in the same board meeting. You can't beat that. they hearing the same news at the same time.
Hmm.
But America gets to it first because apparently we got Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, you know, we can't be touched.
That 1%.
yeah,
That
and I
1%.
mean,
All we need is Jeff Bezos.
yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Chat. What do you guys think? You know, is this is he telling the truth, or I mean, in a sense, I don't think he's wrong. You know, right now
Well, you
we're at
think about a world power, like if we look at the teachings of Christ, all he wanted to do is bring us together, just put us in the same playing field, and you know, learn to forgive each other and just live a righteous life. If we look at the US or any other country, They want the best interest for their country. There's no like, hey, let's just get together, let's work things out. It's kind of hard. There is no such thing as what Jesus taught, love your neighbor. There's no such thing like that. It's like, okay, I'm
Mhm.
building walls. Even now in our own homes, our own towns, it's like you build a higher wall because you don't want to see your neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
No,
You know, and
I just don't want to see the dog. That's all. I don't want to see the dog. Like you have the dog in the back. Every time I walk outside, the dog is barking at me. Like, does it hate black people? I don't know. Right? Like your dog is constantly barking through the fence. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to have a casual stroll to my cabbage, right? And your dog is just barking at me.
hmm
Yeah. But that's the
Don't
thing.
let
It's
me
like,
feed your dog some real bad food and it starts throwing up. Look, because you
no,
you
no,
kept it on
no.
the side too long.
But it's like there's no things where they teach about unity and working together and being one. Like Jesus, when he was here, he talked about the church is one body. You cannot do something without the other. Like we have, but those concepts are gone.
Yeah, and that's what this guy's teaching, you know, because he's just like, you know, those days of old when Jesus roamed the world, you know, it's um that they're gone, and you know, and that's what he's trying to bring, and you know, and if he is successful at bringing nations into one
Together.
to being at peace, this guy would be literally the guy that prophets have prophesied in the past
Mm-hmm.
for the
I don't
last
think so.
day.
I think that he's gonna get unalived. Now I'm not saying this is gonna happen,
hmm
right? But the devil never likes to do the hard work. He sent people to do the work just so he can take care of that person, and then he puts someone in that position in power. I mean, look at Obamacare. I mean, that hit hard, right? Obamacare hit, and then everybody was like having problem with their taxes and everything like that. Trump comes back, all of a sudden taxes is about to be depleted, like certain aspects of it. Ain't no way.
hmm
Somebody had to be sent there to mess the whole game plan up so that they can put somebody else in place and be like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about, but the black guy, he didn't. You know what I mean? He was just there because, they wanted him to be like some type of, I ain't gonna hold you. I voted for Obama, right? Twice. Ever since then, I have never voted. Now the reason why is because I want to see a black guy in the White House. Sound cool, right? Until it's no longer cool. But then I'm like, Donald Trump's more black than a Barack Obama. So I'm just thinking to myself, did I vote for the wrong person?
I mean,
I'm gonna find out.
he does have some criminal charges. Got shot. I mean, bro, it's like
Right?
he's more black than
He dodged
Obama is,
tax
bro.
evasion.
Yeah.
He was on.
He
He was
dodged.
he was going to go to Rikers, wasn't he? Going to go to Rikers?
I don't know. Was he?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why he ran for president, so he can pardon himself. But we're getting off
Black
track,
president.
like always.
Like always, off
This is
topic.
just crazy. Like, where has this guy been? Like,
Yeah, he's just kind of been like you know, under yeah, he's just kind of been building followers for the last 10 years, and then finally, I mean, I think he had when he came out, he had about 200 followers. Now he's like, I think he's over 1,000. He's over thousands of followers now. And you actually got people that are swearing in to follow this guy, but I don't know where they're
what does that
coming.
mean? Swearing in.
So okay, I don't know where people are getting this to swear in to oath to follow this guy, but I've been watching like some videos on TikTok specifically where people are raising their right hand and are saying, there is no God, there's only Allah. And this they say the guy's name, I can't remember his full name. Like I have his full name, but I just can't say it.
And Mahdi is his prophet. Is that what it's saying?
Um let me see. His name is like Kazim something. Where is that? I just had it right now. Oh, I just lost it. But his name is like Kasim something.
Hmm.
And then they're like he's the one prophet nowadays that will lead you to freedom.
But if there is no God, it takes the logic away of having
I mean, it's only
Christ.
because of unity.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that I don't know how these people are swearing in like with this kind of oath, because this guy is not preaching it. He's not saying this is how you enter to follow me. He's not saying that.
Hmm.
He's just, the only thing this guy is saying, the Mahdi, whatever, the only thing he's saying is follow God.
But then when they pledge, it's like there is no God. So it contradicts what he's teaching.
Yeah, it
He's also
contradicts what,
pointing fingers.
yeah, and so, but which that and like, and I don't know if you noticed, like in the crowd, like everybody's like all the guys are wearing the black beanies.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah, so
It is
like,
hot. And it's like you're wearing a beanie?
well, I kind of was watching his interview, and the purpose of him always wearing the black beanie is because that symbolizes a working man, in poverty.
What?
Hey, look! I got a black beanie.
It grew naturally.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I get this black beanie on my head right now. It's crazy.
And so that's the reason why him and his followers are wearing the beanie, because they're the humble servant that are going to be working and and just bring others onto Christ, I guess, or onto
Yeah.
God.
No, if I may say so myself, right? When it comes down to the Islamic culture and belief system, I have a couple friends and whatnot, and I care for them as much as I care for Christians and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the way they do things, right? Now we gonna have to take it back down to the whole grain, bottom of the barrel, real quick. What happened? Like people don't even ask this question. What happened when Jesus died? What happened when the apostles died? What happened when there was nobody to tell a story again? Like if Thanos came and unalived half of the world today, right?
Snap.
Who,
Snap.
who
Snap.
and then he unalived everyone that knew Thanos existed. Like Thanos is like, oh, you saw my face. Snap, you're going to. Snap, you're going to. Like, what happens to the world? I'm like thinking, like, I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, my cat Frisky was gone. You know what I mean? Like he
Mm-hmm.
was just gone. And ever since then, I was looking for my cat. But you don't know that Thanos snapped him away. So like people don't know all this stuff about like religion is
Mhm.
happening now because it's a cap up. People are
Mm-hmm.
gonna follow religion and all that
Mm-hmm.
because what's really going on in the world is beyond religion. It's actually gonna take away your agency. Like your freedom to choose is about to go away real fast if you don't know how to control your own mind. And that's what this
Yeah.
guy's doing.
Yeah, and yeah, and further later on in this video, he goes off and starts saying, because he kind of does come in as a forceful being. So he's saying, to going back into God's way, you need to stop listening to every other false leaders and obey me completely, because I'm the
He
one
says
who.
that.
Yeah, he says that. He says that. Because then he goes, because I'm going to be the one who's going to take you, guide you to God.
I need to hear that.
And
Or
so,
I need to be scared. It's like a horror movie, but real life.
Well, like I don't know. It contradicts what's it called? Jesus was saying. It's like you gotta still honor like who was it? He used the coin, and I can't
Caesar.
Caesar. Like yeah, honor
yeah.
Caesar and give him what he is due, but worship God. And it's like this one when he's saying like follow me, only me. It's like okay, it's kind of hard.
I mean,
Wow.
we're stepping
Mhm.
into a new age of what's about to happen. It's about to be a reign and terror of like religious warfare. Like
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be outside with their Gen Z Bibles and New King James. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's gonna be so much going on outside. I probably won't even want to go outside. Y'all remember the time when the prophet goes, "We're gonna start doing 2 hours of church, and then the last hour you go home."
Oh, like the
Like,
LDS church.
yeah, like oh my gosh, it was so clean. It just happened, right? The all of a sudden COVID hit, like out of nowhere, and then we doing like this whole what is it?
Virtual TV or church?
Everything is just happening. Zoom takes off. It's like, what's the next spiritual and what is it? What do they call it? Bio warfare. Spiritual and bio warfare are probably connected. But what's the
Like
next level?
spiritual warfare. Is that what you're saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, this it's about to go down.
It
It's
really
it's
is, and it'll be interesting to see that lies in the future. Because I mean, with this new pope coming in, this new pope is supposed to be the last pope that is supposed to bring in like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
I doubt that that's cat, but I got information I can't reveal to myself.
so
Ain't
so
no
far
way this
so
dude.
so far right now the date is set to 2027. But who
What?
knows?
I
Who
got
knows?
so much to live for.
Bruh,
I'm
look,
gonna YOLO from now on.
you know what I mean? Low
Yeah. So
key, man. Low key, that Gen Z Bible gonna come in handy because I need to
That's
pass
just
the vibe
crazy.
check.
And it's worrisome because, like, if he starts attacking the U.S., the the U.S. is a corporation. Let's say
Mhm.
it works on its own. Not all the people that live in the U.S. are bad. Just if he starts saying like, the machine is the United States, it's like, no, not really, because the US government is a corporation that still has to function. It doesn't define the individuals that live in the US.
Mhm.
We have no resources in the United States of America. I think we want to believe that. We want to believe that. Why are we buying stuff from everywhere if we're so called powerful? Like we have no resources. Like we have zero. I don't get it. You know what I mean?
No,
If
well,
we were the machine, we're like the head of the machine.
Well,
uh-huh.
we do have resources, but I mean, we do trade our resources for other resources, or just buy the other resources that we need. But
Hey, but
it's
did you hear about them having like almost like a trillion gallons of oil in Texas, and we were buying from Kuwait?
Hmm.
I heard something like that like a long time ago. Like they found it like middle of last year, right, or something like that.
Yeah, they're like you just all of
When
a
we were
sudden.
thinking that Texas was going to be its own country, like a year or two, something like that. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that.
Is it true that
Bro,
people from the Middle East are taking water from the US and shipping it over to the East Coast, or is that something I just read that was weird? I don't even remember if it was
I
the
haven't
news.
even heard of that.
Hmm.
I wouldn't put it behind them. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
the tap water over there is pretty good.
Yeah, I was watching some news. I want to say in Arizona, there's companies in the Middle East that come here to the US, buy a bunch of land, and over water their like crops because it's not their water. And it's like, we can't do anything about it. They'll grow their crops and ship it back to the Middle East. And it's
What
like,
happens?
why are they
Like
using our
I have a
resources?
question. Like off Topject moment. I'm curious now. You said they overwater, right? And water
Mhm.
goes straight down. I did see a guy dig a hole one day and he's just made water from thin air. And I was like,
What?
how? I want to learn. It doesn't matter. It what there was a story. I was in Arizona at one point, and then this guy, he bought a house, right? He didn't do his due diligence. Apparently, he had a big hole under his house
What?
because he didn't do his due diligence. So whenever
No
the time came,
inspection?
his house just caved in. The house caved in. There's no insurance for your home caving in the ground. Like there's no such thing.
How? No inspection. I think that's a government required thing.
He must have bypassed something because that house caved into the ground. It looked like the earth just moved. It was gone. It was soft soil. It was gone.
It was rage scary moments.
Hmm. So what happens to the water if you overwater it? Like, does it make the ground soft? Because I don't have land. I don't like grass.
No, it's just you use up our resources. Like we don't have much water. Especially here, Utah's like a desert.
We rely on
So,
the resorts.
mhm.
Yeah, but it's illegal to catch snow, like a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I mean, it's illegal to do that. Oh my gosh, what's it called?
Even
That
collect rainwater too.
yeah, the rainwater stuff. That yeah, it's illegal to do that. Hmm.
What? So you're allowed to if you have a silo, but you can't do it if you're a regular human being.
Nope.
You can't do
That's
anything to be
crazy.
self-independent.
You know how much money we'd have if they said you're allowed to catch snow? I'm
That's why a lot of people move to Arizona because they can stay off the grid. Like build houses from like resources around them like mud and dirt and then get solar panels so they can be out of the grid and not depend on anything government wise.
That's
So
just gonna
crazy,
pay
man.
somebody to get on the bicycle and pedal all day.
it's
Give
like
me
here's my
power.
electricity.
Get
not
your
not
gym membership, buddy. Keep it going.
not with that heat. I will not move to Arizona.
the
Sorry.
the lights
Nope.
flicker. It's like get back to
I'll
work.
I'll give him one of y'all had the hats that y'all got, the sombreras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'll be good. Like you can't. You're not talking.
I'll be on that bike doing that Mexican yell. "Ah,
I
I can't even do it, man.
I think our mics adjust when we try to yell because it just got quiet.
Our mics turn off. They're like, oh heck no.
Oh no, you didn't, Belisha. No way.
It ends our live.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, that's just crazy. That's quite interesting. We got to keep following this guy.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna be following this guy and see. He's promised miracles this week, so we'll see
What
where these
has he done?
miracles are
Has
at.
he done any miracles or anything like that?
No, so the miracles that we're supposed to see is that God's gonna strike down powerful leaders that go against to what he's saying, and that's gonna be the sign.
I mean, he got Diddy
who-
already. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He got
that's gonna be
Diddy.
interesting.
Diddy's
So,
down.
but that's really vague. Like, really, okay. Oh, yeah. See, I told you that guy was that. It's like that's so vague.
it's like Trump sprains his ankle. See, I told you.
I
I
told
told you.
you. One of his like gray hairs falls off. It's like, see, strike down.
So I want
Uh,
you guys talked about skinwalkers last week. I was curious, right? And I did you know that the skinwalker thing is a secret society?
what?
Yeah, by
It's a
the
secret
Navajo people,
society.
right, or something like that. The
Yeah, like it
Navajo
was
Navajo
they was
tribe.
having a war between the normal Navajos and the skinwalkers. So the skinwalkers are like the voodoo people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted
What?
to be a part of the skinwalkers, you'd have to go to their secret society meetings, which is held at certain parts of the night. and then you drink blood, blah, 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 do the whole 9 yards. But then they say your initiation is to kill someone in your family, right?
No way. They
That's
say
your
unalive.
initiation. Oh, my bad. Unalive. Unalive someone in your family. And what happens is this. Um, After you unalive someone in your family, you have to run back to them with their blood or with their head or with something
What?
like a dismemberment, right? And I'm thinking, what secret society would do that? Like, that's kind of crazy, right? But then it also says something about the secret society trains you to teach like shapeshift, but that doesn't make sense. Humans don't shapeshift. But if
Mm.
you eat humans, right? Cannibalism, you're going to change, right? So I was thinking
Yeah.
like when we look at these secret powers, right, that just do stuff all the time, are they governments? Are they secret societies? Because we don't know what Trump's doing or who Trump knows.
Yeah. Or who he hangs out
Like
with.
what sniper in the world takes a shot at the president and hits an ear? Come on now, just the ear. Like I'm not gonna hire a SEAL Team 6 to hit the ear. Come on,
I mean,
bro.
he's the type of
Don't
sniper
work.
that plays Call of Duty and thinks he's a sniper because he snipes people on Call of Duty.
He prestiged a few times. You know what I mean?
Whatever
Actually,
happened to that guy?
the guy that shot at Trump,
Hmm.
oh, they unalived him, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, he got unalived on that roof.
He
He,
probably
I
got
think he
sent
got
to. He got sent to El Salvador.
No,
he
He's
got
he
one
got
of those.
unalive
unalived.
because he didn't completely miss. He nipped the air.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's
He
just
bro, you're not
crazy.
supposed to hit him.
But all these Navajos and all that, like that's just crazy.
Yeah, I dug deep into that, man, and I do believe that the whole skinwalker thing got to be real because they're just ugly looking. That's it.
But
If you
wouldn't
seen
we see
somebody,
more of them though? Like,
well, let's go back into what this dude was saying, right? Antichrist and all that. Um, if you Google the word church, it just says a group of people or individuals.
yeah.
That's literally what it is, right? So the church of God, church of the Antichrist, church of whatever, church of this, if you can put everybody in one place, said social media, you can start a church. Literally, you could just start a church whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
You get enough people, you good to go,
Make some money while starting a
right?
church.
I need
Well,
tithing from
well,
everybody.
Yeah,
there's all these mega churches where it's like the preachers have loads of money, and it's like Jesus never asked for money, and it's like,
No, but this is where it gets crazy because in the four gospels, Jesus was talking to Satan 3 times, and one of them, those conversations was about money.
yep.
I'll give you the world. I'll give you money. So tell me, is this dude that y'all talking about, like the whole thing about the whole Antichrist? Does he have anything to do with his crossroads? Like I can't
Mm.
say it is or not, but like it's got to be interesting though.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Matter of fact, he's the type of guy that is like he sees you hungry, he's gonna go and buy you food and clothe you if you're or and shelter you if you're homeless. He's that kind of guy.
Where's he making his money from?
That's a good question. I don't know if he
What
was
is
already
it? Oil
born with
money?
money.
Yeah, oil
Probably.
money.
I mean, usually those Saudi Arabian guys or those Middle Eastern guys that they have a lot of money.
I know it's like royalties from oil.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
Bro.
his ancestry goes back to Muhammad, so who knows how much money he had, or going down the line, he's probably come from money and he's he's out there sharing it with the world out there.
Hmm.
He's gonna cause a recession, man. Look, check it out. He gonna cause a recession because the dude Mansa Musa, Lord knows I love the name, love what he stands for. But he went around giving gold and money to everybody. And he caused a recession that pretty much killed the whole market and economy and everything. And he did that in 1 week.
Hmm.
Dang.
This guy's gonna cause a recession, and now our bottles of water is gonna be like $20, like the Dubai chocolate.
Well, good thing he's in the Middle East. I
Yeah,
don't
keep
think
him, keep him over there, please.
keep him over there, man. Yeah, we don't want him here.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, but yeah, speaking about like recessions and hard times, did you guys hear about what's going on with like China and Mexico right now?
Mm-mm.
No.
So check this. So Mexico thought it would have been a good idea to invite China to open up all these businesses in Mexico because since the US doesn't want them, well, why not? Let's have, Mexico, let's bring China in. So the president of Mexico says, "All right, China, bring your businesses over, and as long as you employ our people, you can have your businesses here." So China comes in, hires Mexicans, and they don't pay them for months. Like it's been months after months, and like these guys have not been paid. So finally, the Chinese people laid them off and hired their own people.
So smart. Oh my goodness.
And
That
for
is
a
so
very
smart.
very low wage as well.
You know
And
where they got that from? American prisons.
American prisons.
you know,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Like, is that like a show, movie, or what is that?
I don't
No,
know.
it's literally what prisons do. You ever see that guy that do the most messed up things as a teenager? He
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
like 15 years to life with the possibility of parole. He gets out of jail and he's a auto engineer of some sort. Yeah, they got schools. Prisons a whole. It's a business. It's like college and and
yeah.
and um what's those things called? Tuition, college tuition? No, student loans. Yeah, student loans. See, when they got rid of student loans, that's when the world became free, right? But the reason why they did that is because people kept going to jail. Why do we need student loans if we got people over there that know how to build engines? They making the engines for you. And then they talking about some, oh, you get the new Tesla? Yeah, that's because of Ishmael, who's associated with the Islamic community. He's in jail right now, and he studied auto mechanics. That's where that engine came from, and he gets what? Toilet paper?
Mm,
Hmm.
just about.
China is good. They know that they're doing, man.
Yeah,
I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
and that's what's kind of ruining the environment because it's like they tried doing that here in the U.S. very successful. Until we kick them out and start charging all these tariffs. And China's like, well, forget you guys. We're going to go somewhere else and, try to do the same thing. And Mexico goes, oh, well, come over to us. We'll do business. And now China's screwing Mexico over, which Mexico is not liking it.
They did that to themselves, though. You can't
Yeah.
be the hardest workers on the planet offering people with resources like that work. You can't do that. You know
Yeah.
we're gonna get the job done, and then you got to come up with the money. You messed up. You you should have did that.
I mean, you would think that Mexico would learn from what U.S. went through, but I mean, I get that they wanted the business and to prosper. It's like, well, come over to us, we'll negotiate something. But China was like, crossing their fingers, like, oh yeah, we'll work with you, but never pays Mexicans, and then on top of that, lays them off, and then hire their own people to go work at the companies and businesses that they've made out in Mexico.
Yes, because you know it's not about the hard work you do, but it's the infrastructure you put behind it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is. And y'all know the banking world better than I do, but like if I own a business, right? Said business under a name, but let's say my name has that business and the business owns the business and that business operates somewhere else and it's a holding company, blah blah blah, whole 9 yards. Now a normal person, they can't find me. They don't even know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in Mexico and all you gotta do is build, then you're not gonna know how to start to find me. Come on. You're fired, buddy. I'm gonna
And check this and check this. So now my question is, they're trying to move to Mexico so they could avoid the tariffs. They got
That was clever. Where'd they go, Rosarito? Where'd
I'm
they
following
go?
I'm following News Weekly and following the peso, and it's like usually like it fluctuates if there's any issues with the economy, but it's stayed pretty consistent
yeah, it's still
at like
stable.
19. Yeah. So
Mhm.
it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll see.
they said that tariffs fluctuate according to like world things, right? So this dude that's doing a whole spiritual warfare thing, if he can get enough people in Mexico to kind of go do something wild, that's gonna change tariffs price automatically,
You think
real
so?
fast. I think so because we are the reasons why. Like for example, right? Philadelphians love sugar. Like, you know what I mean? You know how many bags of sugar we went through to get the Kool-Aid figured out? We went through some sugar. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like what, 3 years after we ran through so much sugar, they put a sugar tax on the East Coast.
A sugar? Oh,
Everybody talk
what?
about
Yeah.
tariffs, but forget about the sugar tax. That pure white cane sugar, that sweet stuff that make you say, ooh. Yeah, that got like a $2 tax on top of it. So nobody buying sugar like that. We gonna get it from the pre-made pouches already. You know what I mean?
Bro, I have to drink Kool-Aid with you one of these days, man. When you back in town, man, I want to see that face, that facial expression you put up on TikTok,
I
man.
can bet
Bro,
I can bet that when he has the first taste of it, it goes like that. That pop.
no. See, no. You got when you drink Kool-Aid, right? First off, everybody got it all wrong. I ain't never really heard of like no ice, like ice in a drink until I got to the East Coast, like West Coast, the West Coast. And I'm over here thinking like the ice defeats the purpose. It melts. It makes it watery. No more sugar. You're done. Like what are we doing here?
You need the ice, man. I mean, you've been living in the West Side for a while now.
I know, right? I'm domesticated. I've been domesticated. There's nothing I
Yeah.
can do now. My life,
I could
I
just
didn't hit rock bottom yet.
I could just see Rome hit with when that, or just see Rome's facial impression when that Kool-Aid hit. He'll be like,
Oh man.
Ooh, oh, ooh, that's good. Hey, oh, what's that? That Dr. Pepper? That's that Dr. Pepper.
that's straight
No,
up
it
Rome.
depends. You know, this is the I'm about to give y'all Kool-Aid 101, right? Kool-Aid 101. You don't just use one packet. You got to use the right combination. And if you just use one packet, fruit punch, grape, or pink lemonade. You do not do all the watermelons and there's no that is that's a lie. Black people do not buy watermelons on the East Coast. I don't know where they got that from. We that is not
Really?
a thing. That is a West Coast black man eating watermelon
I,
for
I
real,
was gonna
for
say
real.
I've always seen it in Cali, dude. Like growing up, I remember there'd be some black folks in
Look.
high school, bro, coming in with watermelon, dude. Like literally, like And like for lunchtime, man, like they would pull out that knife and cut that watermelon, dude. I've seen it in high school, bro. It's
No, we was big on the
fried chicken
juicy
too, man.
juice.
Ooh,
Oh,
juicy juice
if
is
you don't know how to make fried chicken as a black person, I mean, mama
What is
failed you a
juicy
few
juice?
times. It's a drink, right? So check this out. It come in this aluminum can, right?
Oh, I've
And
always had them in a
it's
bottle. I never had them in an aluminum
Aluminum
can.
can?
yeah,
I've
it's
always
like
seen
this
them in a
big
bottle.
old,
I
it's like a
think we need to
gallon
start
aluminum
when in
can.
Rome, so you can educate us.
Should we start it?
Yep, let's
All
do it.
right. Well, we'll finish this off when in Rome.
E non tu corra appresso, non ti strui solo a guardare. Yamma, yamma, goppa, yamma, ya, yamma.
I do want to know what that says. Like,
It says when in
It's like
Rome.
it's the one and only.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
young man. Yeah.
Like I'm definitely gonna be the reason why the world knows how to eat fried chicken better. But look, check this out, right? I was watching my mom make chicken one day, right? And I saw her like crack open some eggs. I said, I don't really like eggs on chicken. She was like, boy, stop playing. You already know what this is about. You black. You need to get it together, okay? You need to stop playing. I was like, what do you what so how what are you doing with the egg yolk? And she's like, okay, so first thing you do is you take the egg, you put the chicken in the egg, and then you put it in the flour. But the flour, I never seen her mix the flour though. Cause you gotta like put the seasoning inside the flour. That's how KFC get their kick. You know what I mean? Once you do all that, you drop it in the grease. Now this is where it get tricky. Cause it's gotta bubble up to a certain point and you know it's cooked. You don't even gotta guess. You just know it's cooked.
Hmm.
So you take it out and you take a bite out of it. I'm just playing. You don't do that. You put it on the plate and wait till everybody else comes and grab it. But it's like there's so much that a lot of people don't know. Like East Coast black people is different from West Coast black people. We not the same. We are completely different aliens. We don't know each other as well. Like West Coast people do not drink Kool-Aid. They know of
Why?
Kool-Aid. They don't drink Kool-Aid because they say it's too black. And you right, it is too black. So what do the black people on the West Coast drink? Tampico. You know Tampico.
What?
You know Tampico?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The Mexican juice,
That's
the,
what
the
they
the orange
drink.
juice.
Yeah, that's what the
Mm-hmm.
black people drink on the West Coast. Tampico addicts.
Yeah, I mean they're um no they're when I was growing up, I seen black people. Matter of fact, like because there was you remember the little Kool-Aid packets, right? And so
Yeah.
some of those already contain not Kool-Aid. Hello, they are Kool-Aid. I meant to say sugar. So some of those already contain sugar. So I remember, like, I used to have black friends in elementary school when we would be in the bus, and they would like distribute these little Kool-Aid
Packets?
packets. Yeah, like they were drugs or something. Like, hey, you want one? Like, and so like I remember tearing them up and then just kind of like sticking my finger in and just kind of dipping my finger as I'm eating this Kool-Aid packet.
Distribute is crazy. Distribute. Oh, it's already Kool-Aid just turned into a drug. This is it. This is it, folks. It's been distributed. It's done.
Yeah, like I mean,
I
did
know.
you never do that back in Philly?
No, I had a girlfriend once, right? I'm not gonna disclose her name because I still remember it, but I
Is it the one
had a
from Special
girlfriend.
Ed?
No, she was actually she has some special ed abilities, but she wasn't from special ed. I'll tell you that.
Mhm.
So she used to come outside with one side of her hair braided and the other side just out. Like I was just like, it's got to be the most hood thing ever. Like hood rat type. And she used to come outside with this Kool-Aid pack. And she used to just like dip her finger in it and like eat it, right? And I'm like, I've never
Just
done
like
that
that?
before. I don't know. I just like looked at her, I said, yo, does it taste good? She goes, tastes good to me. I was like, let me try it. Let me try it.
I bet
It
her finger was like,
didn't have, it's like she was like lick her finger, dip it inside, and then eat it like that. And she's eating like those dipsticks,
uh-huh.
the candy.
Yep.
Yeah, she would do it like that, but the dipstick was her hand,
Yeah,
was her finger.
that's how you do it.
So,
Well,
but her Kool-Aid didn't have no sugar in it though,
Oh, she got the
because
nasty. She got the poor people Kool-Aid, bro. You gotta get the rich
that's the
people.
thing. No, Kool-Aid is poor people stuff.
Yeah, but they
See,
came with
when
the
you
sugar, dude. They came with the sugar packet. Like,
no, it's a West Coast thing. I've never heard of that. That
so you're
is
saying that the
something
East Coast
so
people are poor,
new.
man. That's what you're saying.
We know how to live. Okay, what was I saying? I was saying juicy
Do
juice,
you,
right?
man? How do you not get sugar in your packets, bro? I mean,
Because we
that's
have
not living. You have to have sugar in your packets because if not, you'll be knocking on doors asking
nah.
for sugar,
You
bro.
know that whole idea of go to your neighbor's house to borrow some sugar? That's not an East Coast thing. That's a West Coast
Bro,
thing.
no, you can't go to your neighbor's house in the West Coast, man. Especially the neighborhood I grew up,
what
man.
are you
Like,
talking about?
No.
In the East Coast, your neighbor is right on the same wall. You're sharing the
Nah,
wall.
we never, bro. Like, cause look, if I ask you for sugar, right? You know for a fact you about to get a quarter bag coming back. Your resources got depleted from one making of Kool-Aid. Just one. So you like, bro, you owe me a full bag of sugar. I'll get that to you when I get my food stamps in. When I
I
get
gotta
my
charge
food stamps,
interest.
I got you. So now I'm giving you 2 bags of sugar so I can come back
There
for the
you
first
go.
bag again next time.
That's
But
the interest.
we didn't always have Kool-Aid. We had this thing called Juicy Juice. It was this 1 gallon tin can, and you had to punch 2 holes in the top because it was like that air pressure builds up,
Yeah.
and the juice won't come out if you tip it over, if you just punch one side. So I
Juicy
punched
Juice
both
was kind of like
sides.
Tampico as well, right?
It was a hood version of Tampico.
Tampico, yeah, because Tampico is like the Mexican version, and then Juicy Juice was like, yeah, like the hood version, I guess.
Yep, yep. And you put that juicy juice right in the fridge, let that tin can put all them chemicals in there, and you go for gold. You see how we used to open up the juicy juice? It's like this. We open up the juicy, we get the sharpest knife or the dullest knife. And we put the tip of the knife on the tin, aluminum tin, and we jam it all the way in as much as we can, and then we gotta flop it open. Boop, done. Both sides. You get a good pour like that, but you only get like about 5 cups. You don't get that much juicy juice out of a juicy juice can. Now we talked about this on the first episode, I think, right? You called them barrels, we called them hugs.
Yeah. I remember that where I was just like, "What the heck are you talking about, bro?" It's watch.
Call
Let me show
them
you what Juicy Juice
huggies.
is.
As
Okay.
far as I know, huggies is like right now, huggies is like
Huggies is.
diapers, but
I was gonna
we
say
call
Huggies and diapers.
So I had Juicy
So-
Juice like this before. Like I've never had it in a can. I think this is the one that I think these are the cans. I'm not too sure.
No, it's
Um,
not the cans. It's not the cans. It's an actual tin can. You can't just carry it
Like this,
like a
this right
Snapple.
here, this right here, right?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, I've
And
always had them
it's
like in the
crazy how you
packets like
find a
that.
great version.
a grape.
Yeah, I've had them like this in the bottle. or like
Yeah,
this,
Juicy Juice is
this
drawing
right
right
here.
now. Juicy Juice is drawing right now. They can't domesticate drinks like that. That's not cool. I feel like I'm gonna have to disown Juicy Juice from this point on. It's been said live. They domesticated Juicy Juice. You know, back in the day when Snapple was in a super solid glass bottle,
Yeah.
now it's in like this super plastic material. Like you trying to kill me. Back when it was a glass bottle, you could throw that thing like light years into the sky. It hits the ground, it goes ding, 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 never breaks. Now it just explodes, and then you put it in the sun for too long. It's chemicals and all over the place. Like they trying to kill me. I mean, unalive me.
Yeah, well, the whole point of Snapple was to hear the Snapple
The
thing pop.
pop.
Like,
Yeah, the cap.
yeah.
Nobody, you can't hear the pop no more. It's
Oh
a
man, I
click.
haven't had a Snapple in forever.
I was gonna say, are they still a thing? Because I think I had those in my like teen years.
Yeah.
They are a
Actually,
thing. I had one of them.
I haven't had one since my early 20s, I want to say. It's been a while since I last
They
had
out
the
there.
Snapple. People
Look,
just don't buy
chat.
them.
If y'all go to the store, get a Snapple, and then see if you find a glass snap. If you find a glass bottle, I'll personally give you $5. You just have to take a picture and a selfie with it. I will. You're not gonna find it. First off, they completely got rid of everything. I was on the East Coast and I found this drink. It was called Mountain something. Tastes just like Snapple in a glass jar. I was like, oh, I miss this so much.
You guys remember Sobe?
¿Qué es eso?
What?
It sounds
Rome.
familiar.
Oh, he doesn't even know.
That's right, because he's from the East Coast. It's the
Sobe
lizard
sounds
drink.
familiar though.
It's
Yes,
the
I
lizard
remember the
drink.
Sobe. I had a Sobe when I went to my college one morning. I had a Bahama Mama and a Sobe.
Sobe?
I've been domesticated,
Oh,
people.
yes. Yes,
I've
I've
been
had those when I was
domesticated.
like,
Yeah, I used to
yes,
buy them when they used to
summer.
be glass, but
Summer.
now they're plastic.
Yeah.
Do you know why they're plastic? Let me just jump into this, man. Hold on. Now,
Man,
hold on.
my desire to go buy one is
Well,
just increased.
look,
They were
look,
so
check this
good.
out. Check this out. You could literally Google this if you want to. Like share keep this shared like thing. What happens to drinks like chemical wise when it's kept in the sun, plastic and liquid? You can literally Google it and be like,
Get
What
it's not
bacteria.
happened?
good for the body at all.
It
So
grows bacteria.
we should get only with glass?
Yeah.
You should be drinking out of glass or aluminum because aluminum does not rust or nothing like that.
Well, wasn't there a time where is it Capri Sun? They had mildew in there and we were sucking in and it's like,
Oh
do you remember that?
yeah. That's why they make the
I
bottom and
The
the
look.
back
bottom is
clear.
clear now.
Yeah. They make them clear so like
They
I
they can
would
had a
see
few
open
them.
them
Capri Suns in
and
my
like
life.
they,
Yeah, that's oh my gosh.
they would open them and this
Look,
blob would come out. It's like, whoa.
Oh
And you wouldn't know because you have the straw in there and you're squeezing it. It's like,
yeah. And so yeah, it's the reason why they're clear at the bottom or in the back now, so that you can look at all of that. But oh my gosh, that stuff was disgusting, man. It was
yeah.
disgusting.
now let's jump into this real quick, right? I sent the video. Can you play the video, Johnny, real quick about it? Because I feel like a lot of people are getting sick in the world because we're not aware of what's going on. Like keep it
Hmm.
a bean. We're not aware that what we're drinking or what we're eating is causing it. Now, I didn't get the COVID shot personally, right? Because I'm asthmatic, right? I didn't get it because I'm asthmatic. That's my personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that did have asthma went and got the shot. He was sick for like weeks. I was like, I can't afford to be sick like you. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the bullet and call it a day. If it happens, it happens. I go, I go. If I don't, I don't. I'm Superman. Call it a day.
Yeah.
And like I just decided that it wasn't that. If somebody said, "Hey, did you get the COVID shot?" I'm like, "No." Then they'll come to my house. I'm like, "Okay, cool. I won't come. I'll just Zoom you." You know what I mean? It's like,
It's crazy to think that COVID was 5 years ago, man. I was talking about that earlier today.
Don't come to my house.
Yeah.
But I'm immune. I'm immune.
I've made it. I've made it. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
a
ahead, Mike.
survivor. You should put, what is it? Is it Destiny's Child? I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna get a COVID, no shots. Nah, but the whole thing about getting sick came from the government themselves actually testing out the drugs. And I was telling the a person that the next virus is going to attack the respiratory system. So play that video. You watch and see, bro, because like the flu ain't nothing to play with. It's just a common cold, right?
Okay.
Good afternoon to you on this Thursday. We start this afternoon with local hospitals. They are feeling the weight of increasing flu cases here in central Indiana, something so many families are dealing with right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence. Our Samantha Johnson visited a local ER today and talked to workers there who say they are struggling to keep up.
The flu right now?
Nurses inside the Johnson Memorial Health Emergency Department are
But it's
busy.
like summer.
The flu.
Okay, sorry.
So we are seeing absolutely an increase in our patient volumes.
Mostly flu and RSV, but COVID too.
Difficulty breathing, cough, fever has been very, very prevalent.
Katie Howe is the department's clinical nurse manager. She says patients of all ages are coming in with the flu.
I will say that our young pediatric patients and our elderly are not tolerating it as well.
And to make matters worse, Johnson Memorial is seeing 5 times the amount of patients compared to this time last year testing positive for influenza A. Howe says beds are filling up and patients are staying in the ER
They got a cold
longer.
for it now.
You know, it's been tough because it impacts our.
Say what?
It was a cold. Influenza A. I never heard of that. That was never a thing. You got the flu. You got the flu.
Our staff as well. We've had a lot of healthcare workers, they're ill as well. And so those staffing challenges can pose a bit of a problem.
Take a look at this map from the CDC. It shows the rise in influenza-like illness since October. That's defined as a fever of 100 degrees or higher.
Hey, look, Johnny, pause it right there real quick. Go. You see Utah? We not lit up like that yet. Lucky for y'all, I'm in Minnesota. I'm good. I'm good for a little bit.
I know where to find you now.
I'm good.
Shouldn't have said
If
anything.
you see, look at California, almost red. Florida, almost
Texas.
blood
Look at
red.
Texas. Texas
is
New
dying.
Mexico.
Louisiana is like poof. That's just
Like,
bad.
and these are all the places that get really hot. And this is one of the common causes: mosquitoes. The second the full-fledged summer hits, mosquitoes is transmitting everything.
That's crazy.
So like they said RSB or something like that.
Respiratory.
I know the R
issue.
stands for respiratory, and respiratory has to do with the chronic system, like up top, and your lungs and whatnot. So I'm thinking, like, I told someone, I said, you better get yourself like some breathing mechanisms or something, like a altitude training mask, do breathing exercises every single day, because the next disease that hit is not going to be a friendly one. It's hitting everybody.
We just got to move to Montana.
Not me though,
Look,
because
they're-
I'm doing
They're
it.
still good.
I mean, Montana's
Because they
population
still
of
cold
20.
over here, man.
They're
Bro,
clueless.
Sonic is not heating nothing up.
Yeah, Sonic's just killing the mosquitoes as he's spinning around.
Wait, but what about Alaska? It seems like Is Montana? No,
I don't know.
Montana's safer than Alaska. What's that
Yeah,
one on the far left?
I think that's. I can't read.
My
It's not
Alaska's going through
Hawaii.
global warming, I hear. But like, I
Yeah, I
don't
was gonna
think.
say
Well, you know, have you
Alaska. You'll
guys?
have to fight a bear.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
the,
could fight a
the,
bear.
the mosquitoes like no, no, no,
That's crazy. Okay, let's
no.
finish
Like
this video. Maybe that's Puerto Rico.
Funny.
No, that's not Puerto Rico.
No, that's not Puerto Rico. I can't really tell what it
Havana,
says.
Havana. We can finish it out because I think it's like a little
Okay.
bit left.
Yeah.
And a cough or sore throat. The darker the shade, the worse it is. Indiana sitting in the high category for more than 5 weeks.
We're masking when we're going in those patients' rooms with respiratory symptoms.
Hal says her staff is doing everything it can to stay safe, but she says we can help too by washing our hands and staying home when we're sick. In Johnson County, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
Man, don't tell me what to do.
Let me ask, what do you think is causing people to stay sick though?
Not washing their hands and coughing in front of people's faces.
Bad hygiene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad hygiene has got to be clear and top to the chart. Like,
I don't know.
it has to be something because like we can't just all of a sudden. We had the flu once. Our bodies should be navigating through the flu already. You see what I'm saying? It's like chicken pox. You can only have it once in your life. If you have it twice in your life, you're just lucky. You're just lucky.
Yeah. I don't know. Flu stuff. I hate being sick. I really do. It's like the worst feeling ever.
Do you still have that cough, Johnny boy?
Yeah, but it's probably my acid reflux.
Oh, okay. I was like,
it's the burrito I'm eating.
Hey, I found out that like recently that I drink alcohol without knowing it, right? Because I
oh,
like I do NyQuil. You know,
yeah.
NyQuil got like a low dose of
Yeah.
alcohol in it. I had no idea. I thought it was just making me better. So I was like, I gotta stop getting sick because like have I
I'm getting
become an
addicted to
alcoholic?
this.
That
Like
reminds
I
me
would
of
no, I wouldn't just I don't just take like you know how they have like a certain level, you know what I mean? Take this much.
You do
I
the
get
bottle
like
upside down.
three full shots. Wah, like that, right? And then if that didn't work, I'll take a fourth one just to make sure it did work, right?
And then you sleep like a baby.
And then I go and I say to myself, I don't know if that was enough, but I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm gonna take 4 more shots. Like it just was like that simple. And then I go to buy NyQuil and the person's like, "Are you 18, sir? And older?" I'm like, "Look at the face." I have to check your ID. I'm sorry. I'm like, "Why are you checking ID on NyQuil? There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with NyQuil." He goes, "No, it has alcohol in it." I said, "It does?" You're
Mhm.
lying. He goes, "No, it really does have alcohol in it." And I look at it, it's like 10%
I've been
or something
enjoying
like
it so
that.
well.
Man, I
There's
didn't know
a
I was get. What
there's
else,
a
Johnny?
Family Guy episode where Stewie gets introduced to NyQuil and he becomes a drunk with NyQuil. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
had
pretty
I
funny.
known there was alcohol, like I would have probably made some better life choices if I'd known there was alcohol. I didn't know. I really didn't.
No,
I'm
dude, like
taking shots or shots, like
You're over here taking body shots. It's like, boop, NyQuil.
no. Stewie jumps into his little, you know those electric cars for kids. That they're like battery operated. I don't know if you guys ever had any when growing up, but yeah, they're these little like they're toy cars, but these kids could jump into these cars and drive on them, which is pretty cool. But Stewie has one of those, and he goes because he's drunk. He goes and crashes with another guy with another baby, and unalives the other baby.
What?
So they made it seem like it was like an actual car accident, but it's like, these plastic toy cars,
What their motel little like something.
And so
Man.
Stewie runs away because he doesn't want to get caught in a DOI. So yeah,
Oh
Leaves
my
his whole
god.
car behind.
yeah,
Stewie's criminal.
yeah. No, it's funny because they still trace him back because apparently he has license plates in his little toy car, so he got traced back.
Yeah. That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
don't drink and drive now, Rum, okay?
Nah, I drink water though. Does that count? Like, I drink a lot of water though.
No
Did you
NyQuil in
know?
driving.
So let me ask. Did y'all know that water you could be poisoned from drinking water? Is that like a thing? I
Wait,
heard, but I don't know.
I don't know. I've
Like
heard
water
in
you
could be
drink too much water?
poisonous.
Yeah. So when you
Like
drink too
just
much
drinking
water,
water.
when you drink too much water, it does get rid of your electrolytes, and you could potentially die if you drink way too much water because your body needs the electrolytes. And so,
Really? So
uh-huh,
how many? Like, what's too many? Cause look, I go through like 5 bottles a day.
bro, that's a lot, man. You have to be drinking like
Hey,
3. No, I'm just kidding. We're not.
3 bottles
I
a
don't know.
day.
No, no, no. Yeah, you have to be drinking your body weight,
Look,
dude. So I don't know how the calculation works, but you have to be drinking about your body weight of water.
Hey, fam, Saldana, can you give us some guidance here?
so
Yeah.
so there's a thing, right, that I had discovered about 3 years ago. There is a chemical they put in the foods and the drinks. It's one of the sodium mixtures, right? It's actually designed to stop our hearts.
What?
Yeah, there's a chemical in these drinks. I don't know. It's something in there. I don't know which one. I'm drinking it because I need
Ascertain is
to.
that the one? I think it's ascertain that you're thinking of.
I don't know. He drinks it enough. He'll get it. That's
So I was
crazy.
I was I was doing the thoughts on this. Everyone that drinks Coca-Cola all the time, right? Or drinks soda all the time, they're super chill about drinking soda. But when it comes to water, it's like the end of the world. Like there's nothing you could do. My life is over. You're telling me to get
What?
healthy now, right? But I think it's sodium, but bicarb, something like that. It's
It
one of
sounds
them. It's sodium. It starts with the B, and
it
then
sounds like a
the other one
Pokemon.
is the potassium benzoate or something like that. That's the other one that stops the heart. So if you drink too much of it, you hiccup, right?
And that's when
Crazy.
you're passed.
Look, the heart stops like that really quick, and then it keeps doing it. So if you're going through like a situation where you cough a lot, you just need to drink soda. So being that I'm asthmatic, right? I drink Coca-Cola to stop the coughing. It's just like an emergency break glass situation because it has caffeine in it. Caffeine actually contains the stuff that stops your heart at the same time. So everyone drinking coffee to wake up, yeah, you doing a good job with waking up, but at the same time, your coffee crashes just as hard as the coffee high. I'm done. I'm not gonna scare nobody else, man. I'm gonna drink my
You drink your
life-threatening
coffee.
beverage. Look, as
Uh,
soon as I saw that influenza video, I said I better give me some NyQuil, and I remembered I was alcoholic. Like I need to think of another alternative because I'm not trying to drink and drive. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
yeah, well, it does little alcohol with with a little bit more chemicals in it too. So that's what kind of triggers for you to go to sleep and knock out, relaxes you.
I
I
like
know
it though.
these sombreros are making my neck hurt. So it's like,
Sounds good. So, what are you trying to say? It's time for
I
tea
like
time.
it.
yeah, because this little teapot is tilting.
All right, let's get into tea time, y'all. Let's go.
Oh, Here you go. I gotta put something lighter in my head because it hurts. I don't know
Bro,
about the rest of my stuff.
your ears, man.
I know.
That's actually cute. Like that is cute.
So so I need the fam's opinion on this. I know a person that has been single now for about 10 years. Let's see, what name should we call?
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's it's girl.
Belisha.
Girl.
Let's call her Belisha.
Felicia.
Belisha.
Let's call her
Bye,
Belisha. Bye,
Bye, Felicia.
Belisha. So let's see. Belisha has had a rough love life, let's say. She has a 13-year-old daughter. She didn't really know what, like, dating or going through that, because there was a lot of family trauma that came along with her.
Oh yeah.
And so her choice for a baby daddy, there's no such thing. Never had the talk of the birds and the bees. Never explained much. It was like a rough relationship. Mom left the kids for a guy. Dad left the kids for a woman. So Belisha's lifestyle was kind of offhand rough. Didn't know what relationship was. She met this guy. Let's name him. What should we call this guy? Let's call him
I'm
Rome.
Dodge. Yeah, call him Rome.
Let's. She meets Rome. You know, they're young. They really don't know what they're doing. She doesn't know what love is. She's just never had anything consistent. So this guy just gives her the attention when she moves to a new city. And you know, what did the
Felicia.
millennial or Gen Z angel tell Mary?
Vibe check. You passed the
Yeah.
vibe check.
Yeah,
That's
so
my-
so Rome passed the vibe check. The only reason
You.
he passed the vibe check is because
He
this
raised her up.
Rome gave her attention. Like,
Yeah,
Hey,
he raised
look,
her
I
up.
would
I got
definitely
that
do
Riz,
that in real
bro.
life. Like my Rizzler game better than the Diddler game. You know what I mean? No baby oil required.
so you know, she's young. She had a daughter young. Belisha didn't know what life was like. There's lots of abuse, mentally, spiritually, physically, and the other word that you can't talk about. She trusted Rome, and Rome was messing around with other people and bringing back like STDs. And
Dang,
so,
why do I have to do that, bro?
yeah, I know, and it was just rough. And so the straw that broke the camel's back was, you know, this guy's over here, Rome, selling substances, and the police show up. Let's call their baby. Let's call the baby Minnie. So Minnie's young, doesn't know anything about what's going on, but Belisha has to change her life to provide now for Minnie, and it gets rough because she can't find a job. She works hard. She works for McDonald's, and you know, struggles for a couple years. Doesn't have anybody to rely on. So now that she's been alone for 10 years, she's gone on the dating game, and everybody just uses Belisha. And you know, she always gets scared of getting, what is that, ghosted, because she's gotten ghosted so many times. People tell her, like, you know, yeah, I want you, and the moment they get what they want, they ghost her. Or the moment they find out that she has a teenager, they just disappear from the face of the earth. And she doesn't know what to do because she started dating recently a new guy. Let's call him, what should we call him? Let's call him Desperado. She started dating Desperado,
Bro,
That's a
you're naming
rough
movies over
one.
here, man.
I know.
Desperado.
The next
Started
child's gonna be
dating
called
this,
Titanic, and then the other child's
and it
gonna be
sucked.
called
No. So she
Frozen.
started. So she started dating Desperado on an app. Desperado lives in a different state, so they spend months talking back and forth. And she thinks this is the guy. This is the one. Rome, by the way, never supported her financially. I mean, every now and then he comes in with $20 bills to say, "Here, buy her something sweet." And
Is there child support involved, or there's no child
yeah,
support
yeah,
involved?
but Rome never stopped selling contraband and substances, so there is no way to get child support. So,
Rome outsmarted the system. Continue.
so Desperado, they meet up, and after like months of like chatting on the dating app, they meet up. She makes a trip out of state to go see this guy. Things go well. Like everything you can think of, it goes well. They really enjoy each other's company. And then lately, Desperado just stops like talking and
Ghosting her.
interacting. Yes.
Oh
And
shoot.
she is freaking out because she'd said, like, look, I'm really scared that you're gonna ghost me, that you're gonna stop talking to me. And he's like, no, you're my baby. You're my baby. Desperado's over here assuring her. And then what is it? Is it TikTok? No, it's not TikTok, where you have a chain, like it, I don't know.
Uh,
It's
you talking about Snapchat? Snapchat.
Snapchat. Okay,
Oh
they
yeah.
they had a long
Yeah, Rome be on it. I was the
yeah,
first baby daddy. You know what I mean?
yeah. So they had a like a trend, or I don't know what they call it. They had that going nonstop, and all of a sudden, Desperado just stops. And Belisha sees that because on Snapchat your numbers go up if you're active,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and so it's like, what the heck? You haven't looked at my messages, and in Snapchat you send videos, and it's like, and if you leave them on red, you could see on your end that they haven't been read. So it's like his numbers keep going up, but he's not replying back to her, and so Desperado is now telling her, it's like, hey, I'm just going through depression, and I don't know what to do. And since they're out of state, Belisha doesn't know what to do. Um, and she has booked the trip to go see him again, but there's no communication. Belisha doesn't know what to do now because this guy's Desperado telling her, like, I'm just depressed. I can't really interact with anybody. If I don't know what I didn't know what to tell Belisha. So I was like,
Look, El Toxico, right?
yep.
Leave that man alone, right? Leave him. Instead of being ghosted, be the ghoster. Literally. You know what I mean? Don't play the look, too many people play the game to be hurt.
Hmm.
You know? We not about to pull the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. We all know Mike Tyson was supposed to win, but he was like told not to hit Jake Paul. So now Mike Tyson has to lose the exhibition after being so hell bent on winning. And now Mike
Yeah.
Tyson has a TikTok. Anyway, that's beside the point. But be the ghoster at this point. Like you have to. You know what I mean? You're
The
giving
sad
too
part
much
is,
of yourself.
it is as human beings we want that connection, and she thought this was the connection. So how do you tell the heart not to want the
You don't.
interactions?
You don't. You go for it. You learn your lesson. You do it. And like, see, being that I'm Rome and I'm locked up, I don't want my ex girl running after across state. You know what I mean? The contraband's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. Let the contraband do what it's supposed to do.
Well, in her defense, I mean, she thought that Desperado was the one, so
Yeah.
she just went for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they hit it off well. Like they spent like I want to say a week together. Like, but now that she's gonna go back soon, there's just the communication of, oh, I'm just depressed right now. I can't really talk to you right now. And it's like, if you're depressed, talk about it. If she, oh, and I forgot to mention that Desperado, like, was the first to say I love you to in the relationship.
dang, that's a strong word.
Yeah. So
Were they living
Is it though?
together?
no,
Is
they're
it
not.
really
They're
though?
they still live in different states.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
like, how do you tell someone on a long distance relationship, "I love you"?
No.
You know that's
through
not that they're not even
through
living
act, you gotta.
together. Like, cause I love you is a strong
She
word,
said
man.
it
Like,
already without saying words.
no, Desperado was the one that said it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Desperado is the one that said it. And she's like, they were having a Snapchat just talking, or is a video chat. And he just told her, it's like, I love you. And she's like, did you
Yeah,
just say that?
Well,
because
I
it's a
I
super
would I
strong
would.
word. Because now he said something he didn't mean, and then he tries to ghost her by saying, I'm under depression, right? And so and now she's creating these feelings towards him because like Belisha's like, oh my gosh, you're the first guy that has told me I love you. So like those three words, I love you, is a very strong word. Don't say it if you don't mean it.
Yeah.
I told my girl because we in a long distance relationship. We're talking about long distance. We in super long distance. This is like across the seas,
Bro, I think she's in a whole
right?
different continent, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What is her name?
So
Chung Li?
No.
you wish. If her name's Chang Li, she would have looked like her too. But I told my girl that I'm giving you my heart. I'm trusting you with it. Are you the type to take care of it? Or are you going to put it to somewhere? You know how people put something somewhere and they forget where they put it?
Hmm.
Yes.
Like, are you that kind of person? And
Is
she
your heart
says,
gonna go
no,
top
I'll
shelf,
keep it safe. I want to keep it safe. And I said, how do you keep a heart safe? How do you nurture it? How do you make sure, like, cause we gotta grow, right? And
hmm
I think that for her to be like in the situation she's in, she grew up rough. First off, you can't really get to know somebody if you don't trauma bond with them if you didn't have with that much trauma. So what did they do for the first 3 months? Is just pretty much just talk about how messed up my life is, how messed up your life was. But you're not really like, I told my girl, I got big plans. I've been through some things, but you can't tell me that you not over here thinking, oh, because mom was like this, dad was like this, and this was like that. He probably was thinking, I don't know, should I dip? Because I'm not trying to deal with this much baggage. Like, I got stuff going on with my life already. And then she like, I want you to be around. Because somebody that trauma bonds in the beginning could also be a savior in the end.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But I think that she trauma bonded most of the time, and now she really thinks that she's connected. And now he's showing his real trauma where he has social disconnection. Once he gets what he wants, he's gonna leave. He doesn't need you for anything else. And the Gen
Mhm.
Zs and some of the post millennials, we do that. We get what we want and we stop. There's no reason to why I'm stopping. My mom was home. My dad was home. My mom knew I had 5 to 6 different girlfriends. Why should I stop now in my 30s? You know what I mean? Well, why am I stopping now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but but going back, I mean, don't say something if you don't mean it, you know?
Yeah,
Because
especially when Desperado was the first one to say it.
hmm
But,
yeah, and of course
how
it's
did he
gonna play
say
with
it
her
though?
feelings. And
How did
that's
he say it though?
I don't
I
know. I
mean,
didn't specify, but I mean, he said like "I love you," and she was like caught off guard. It's like, did you just say that?
yeah, because now she's like, because okay, so when you guys think of love, and chat, you could chime in too. When you think of love, what's the first thing that you think of? You know, when you love
Red.
someone.
Sorry,
Okay,
the color red. I just think of the color
Well,
red. I don't know.
well, when you say "I love you," it's like you want to be with them even more. Like,
right? Spending
yeah,
time,
yeah,
creating memories, being patient with one another. I mean,
yeah,
love is a lot of things, right?
yeah. Oh, and then she asked to clarify, like, "Hey, so this mean we're is the word exclusive?" Sorry, I haven't dated in like 40 years. Is that what it means? Exclusive?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So, and she's like, "So what are we?" And he's the Desperado's like, "Yeah, we're exclusive. We're just us." And then all of a sudden he
Exclusive.
disappears. Yeah, it's like they this just ghosted her. It's like, and his Desperado's like off the like safety net is like, oh, I'm just going through depression. I really can't deal with anybody or anything. It's just working my emotions. And it's like, wouldn't you want to share what you're
Yeah,
going through with
because
the person?
if you truly love, quote unquote, love someone, you're gonna share all these things with them.
Yeah, you'll communicate, like open up. It's
Hmm.
like what Rome said. It's like, I'm gonna give you my heart. What you do with it, it's up to you. So it's like open up and say like. But then I also think about our common friend that goes through moments where he's depressed and he just ignores everybody and
Oh
just wants
yeah,
to be alone. So it's like, is that what he's going with? Because we have a common friend that sometimes will not talk to us for a couple months until he's like, "Hey, sorry about that."
yeah.
So it's like, is
I,
that what he's going through? What Desperado's going through?
But that's not
I,
fair to her.
Yeah,
it's really not.
Mm-mm.
He caused a ticking time bomb. That's what he
Mhm.
did.
Yeah.
The second you draw close to somebody on that level, on that cosmic level, you can't just dip. Just not how this works. And that goes back to that other conversation. And I was telling my homie, I should stop practicing divorce. That's literally what that is.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Desperado was desperate for attention.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, two words, what I would say. Bye, Felicia. You
Bible,
know,
Alicia.
bye,
Right?
Felicia. You run away from that because I mean, if Desperado's not gonna be willing to share anything with you and just leave you in the dark and just, that just truly means that he doesn't want to spend the time with you. He doesn't want to work things out with you. And
Yeah.
if he's gonna be like this, like, are they like boyfriend and girlfriend, like long term relationship or long
Well, that's the
distance?
thing. It's like what he's the one that says it's like we're exclusive. We're
So
dating.
he hasn't really said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" or anything like that, right?
No, but it's new generations. They don't really do that anymore.
That bothers me a lot, man. This new gen boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. Like it bothers me, man.
I
Millennials, we knew.
yeah, I don't know. I'm way out of the game. I mean, I've been married for so long now that I really don't care about
Yeah,
anything right now. So it's
I had to clarify. I'm like, I don't know what exclusive means. Is that like a club or what?
Ooks,
It's like,
See,
yeah,
see,
it's
see,
like
exclusive.
it's the exclusive section. It's like, what does that mean?
exclusive. Ooks,
Yeah,
ooks.
and it's like, what does that mean? Oh, we only see each other, and it's like, so are you a couple? Like, what's going on? I don't understand.
The
So
Yeah.
titles are not so straightforward in the dating world today, man. Like, for example, just as like a draw a conclusion to the storyline, when I had got back into the dating world, I had no idea how it was supposed to go. So I'm going, I go with the fundamentals. We know the fundamentals. Go get your hair cut, look nice, smell good. You know what I mean?
You
Have the
can't do that
confidence
on
smile.
an app. You can't do that on an
You,
app.
you can. Look, check this out. Check this out. If I show you I go get my hair cut, if I show you I'm outside having fun, if I show you all these things, you're gonna think that. And you assuming I look like this every day. I don't. I just look like this when I'm about to go see you. Right now, I'm in ugly season, but tomorrow, haircut, everything, whole 9 yards. and you like, oh, am I see you tomorrow? Like, yeah, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. We're gonna go on the day, we're gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. Everything gonna be perfect. Meanwhile, back at the farm, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. The date's at 12. I'm about to go to the barber shop. I woke up real early. Then I had one over. I might have got my pedicure, my manicure. You know what I mean? I might have got one of them. You know what I mean? So I look nice and clean under the fingernails. I ain't eating no saucy stuff, no nothing until I'm out with you, right? I take my car to get a car wash, right? Get that thing ceramic waxed. I need the ceramics waxed,
Dang,
right?
man.
Look, and then after that, I get my car a little detailed. It's 11 o'clock right now. I run to the crib. I take a quick shower. I got my outfit laid out like it's the first day of school. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. I'm about to see her today. And you get that text. Can we like reschedule? Because
It
I
deflates you. You're like, well,
right, like I did all of this, and you want to reschedule? No, we can't reschedule. Why are you getting so pressed? Right, like you know what I mean? Like what's going on? No, because I did all of this to see you. You have no idea, and she think that you always look good. So why are you mad? So that makes you
hmm,
think now. When you dating, you gotta be ready for everything. So she went and bought the ticket. She
yeah.
about to go see old dude. I think the best thing to do is go see him, get your closure, and walk away. I had my heart broken one time by ex shorty, and never in my life will that ever happen again. I did this to myself. I didn't know if I were to believe that she was cheating on me or not because she openly said it, but I was like, ain't no way you're gonna cheat on me. You just told me I was too good for like, you know what I mean? It's that and the third. You openly cheating on me, you telling me. And nobody's telling me she's cheating on me. So I go to her spot and find out she's cheating. I'm like, damn, I'm still denying the reality. So I think she needs to go see him and say, hey, I guess you definitely not feeling me. So now you got to go out and try to find someone that's on your level, that's been through what you've been through. Because you broken, you need to go find a man that's unappreciated. This man's Snapchat score going up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. I don't like your Snapchat score going up, and mine is you not even replying to me. You got like 3 points today. Like, what was my good morning? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's
it,
hard.
yeah, I would say, Belisha. I mean, there's more fish out there in the sea, and I, I would say run away from that because if he's not going to open up his heart to you, it doesn't seem like he ever will.
Yeah. N-
For
And
someone who
the
claims to love you, I mean, that's not the way to do it. You
no,
don't push people out.
no, and the saddest part is like she's been at it for 10 years and it's the same thing. And she's afraid that she's gonna be the cat lady.
Oh, the crazy
Hey,
cat
you on
lady.
your way. You on your way. Look, I think the best way to her, the best path is, do what my ex told me. She says, go find God. That's what you
Yeah.
need. Your
Oh,
life
and
is
it's
too
funny.
dark. Go find God.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is like we need to go to church, Belisha. And she's like, no. It's like, okay, fine then.
Look, the cycle continues. What's the scripture say? You can have so much fun, but the fun will soon be over.
Yeah.
It ain't going. That's the Gen Z version though, right there. Like you drawing, you chilling right now. But low key, things about to get real messed up, and it's about to turn upside down. And when it do, that's when God gonna come. And then you gonna
Mhm.
find Mr. Right, and Mr. Right gonna be like, Captain, save you. And you gonna be denying it because you don't want him to save you because you think that, oh no, you're too good for me.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, or also look at the crowd you're hanging out with,
That
know
part.
your audience. Um, I mean, instead of looking for like people that love to party, I mean, how old is Belisha, give or take?
30s.
30s? Okay, so about our age
Millennial.
then. Yeah,
Mhm.
millennial. So our generation. So I mean, there's a lot of like mature men out there that are our age now that already had lived life, have professional careers. Maybe Belisha needs to look at that part of the
Yeah.
world now,
Hey,
Be-
you know
because I
you can
mean,
go be a CNA. You
say
find
what?
a man in a heartbeat. CNAs, nurses, registered nurses.
Yeah.
They always find a guy. They either take the guy, steal the guy, or find the guy. Either way, you getting the guy.
They're coming out of that hospital, and I better have a ring on.
Yeah,
Right?
don't go out stealing a guy. Don't steal a guy if the guy's taken.
Nah, but
You
yeah,
Look.
don't want to do that. Don't follow Rome's advice there.
don't advice is not good. Rome,
Don't look
no,
at my name. Don't look at my name.
no. But yeah, like I'm stumped. I don't know what to tell Belisha. I'm like, because it's usually like, Belisha, we need to go to church. You need a limpia. You need a young priest and an old priest and an ostrich egg, and we need to figure out what's going
Wait.
on.
Do we want to involve priests though? That's kind of weird.
I know, but no, we don't. But it's like
Hey,
you need to be
no, low
cleansed.
key,
You need
sometimes
to
you
be
might need a
cleansed.
priest, man. I don't know. Sometimes people are just crazy. And my grandma used to tell me, she says, boy, you not sick. You sick in the head. I'm like, Grandma, but I'm sick. She's like, you sick in the head. And then I get like, what, 30 years later, I'm thinking, she was right. Right now, I'll be like, I'll never get sick. I never get sick. I never get sick. I never get sick. I really don't. But before, I was like, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. You know what I mean? Grandma
Yeah,
was
maybe
right,
maybe it's a
man.
mentality thing. It's like, because she's always saying, I'm never gonna find the right guy. I'm never gonna get married. I'm never, and it's like, let's change the mentality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's this thing where people do this all the time, and this is what you can tell her, because like, how they got affirmations, positive, there's also negative. If you fill your cup with negative affirmations, you fill your circle with negative affirmations. All the bad energy is just there. Everybody's like, I got bad luck, I got bad luck. One time, me and my cousin, I said I got bad luck all the time, and we swapped luck. I said, let's do that little handshake thing they do in movies. So we did it. I was like, your luck is my luck is your luck, so good luck having luck. Right?
It's
That's what we
like
said.
the Super Saiyan. You go like this.
Yeah, just like that. So the day comes, right? And then there's one girl I've been trying to talk to. She's like, hey, what you doing today? I'm trying to hang out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm having a good day. We can hang out. We can chill. So me and her, we chilling. And my cousin, he hit me up. He's like, Rome, I need my luck back, bro. I want my luck back. Your luck is terrible. Like, your luck is bad. Like, even girls that I talk to, they like, I'm busy. I don't got time right now. They never say that to me. They say that to you. I was like, you gonna have to wait until the end of the night. You know how the luck thing work. You can't let it wear. You gotta wear off. You know what I mean? He was like, no, where you at? I'm coming
Give
to where
it
you
back to
at
me.
right now.
He's coming in like this. Give me back my luck.
Right? And then we go and do the whole luck thing. My luck is your luck is my luck. So good luck having luck, right? The second that happened, the girl I was chilling with, she was like, I gotta go. Something came up. I was like, this is crazy.
Oh no!
This is crazy. So like being sick in the head and people pour negative affirmations, that's all real stuff. Like the preacher dude, he said it like, follow me. right? So so if you start following him, you might start having good luck because you believe that it's good luck. You feel me? Like she
Yeah.
believed the dude was being sincere when he said, "I love you."
And
I
then
fall in love quick though.
her greatest fear of being ghosted is like happening, and then it's like the drama starts again.
Yeah.
So,
She needs to so is she finding these guys through like Tinders and like dating apps and stuff like that, or how is she finding
yeah.
these? Yeah, well, I guess my advice would be, just move on and like go back to the drawing board again, and this time look at guys that actually have professions and have their life in order,
That's
because
it.
the likelihood of you succeeding will be high because you'll be with people that are actually succeeding and are looking to settle down and form families.
Yeah.
Be direct with your questions when you're dating now these days, especially if you're in your 30s. Be
Yeah.
direct. Like I saw this one video, and I think it was like a TV show, and they was in their 50s. He came, he sat down. He says, I think you're attractive. You think I'm attractive. I won't have time for you because I work Monday through Friday. Sometimes I work Saturday, but I do have Sundays off. Is that a deal breaker or not a deal breaker? She was like, not a deal breaker, but I can work with it. I also have a profession. I don't want to necessarily give you all the time. We won't necessarily have any moments like heart to heart, but I'll give you some time. Is that a deal breaker or not a deal breaker? He goes, twice a week. She goes, 3 times a week. Okay, 5 times a week. Nope, too much. 4 times a week. Deal. And then they move on to the next subject. Like,
It's kind of like speed dating.
you know what I
Shoot, man.
mean? Right? And then
Asking all these like
what
Brazilian
they say,
questions.
Hey, can you meet me halfway? Like, come on.
right? And then what they say, vacation twice a year, once a year, deal. It was just so straightforward. I love it. I just wish most relationships were like that.
Yeah.
Do you love your partner? Of course I do. We compromise for each other. We love each other. You know? What they say, my mother might hate you, but my father, he passed away or something like that. But mom comes and spends the night at the house. Can she stay in a room, spare bedroom? What kind of house do we have? She goes, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Mom can stay in the guest room. He goes, deal. But she can't stay for a week. He goes, no deal. Stay for a couple days. Deal. Right? Like it's like that compromise in the middle. You gotta love that. I love that. Be straightforward, Belisha.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
you want. What's your favorite color? Red. I don't like red. What's your you know what I mean? Like just say
Mhm,
it. Be out
mhm.
there. Be real with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we change the mindset of it's never going to happen, then it's just you're going to repeat the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what we do though? We do that all the time.
Hmm.
We just don't know it, we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question, open question. Do you think that she's creating a future from her past trauma?
I think she carries that. And that's what makes decisions. Like the fear of ending like her mom and her dad, just multiple marriages is what makes her make certain choices, maybe.
That's what we differ though. I'm not afraid to get married 1,000 times. I'm at least doing it the Bible way, passing the vibe check 1,000 times. You know
With the pick
what
me up, girl.
I mean? Right?
That's funny. That's
You
funny.
you don't have to pay for the wedding dresses, that's why. Girl.
Look,
You
look,
just
look,
got
look, look,
sent,
look.
man.
I got a job. You got a job. This is my third wedding. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. Can you pay for the wedding dress? No. Okay, that's a deal breaker. I'll see you later. You have a good day. You know what I mean? Like it's just how this works.
Yeah. But watch more of the story. Watch for simps, Felicia.
Yeah.
Watch for
Yeah.
simps, because that's what it sounds like these guys are, and they're going to want to take advantage and ghost you. So
Yeah.
but yeah, well, looks like that's the
At least I was toxic and I was real.
bro. You're always toxic, man.
I was toxic. I was toxic and I was real. No, like I'm selling contraband. I'm not the decent guy. I get locked up. Not once did I ghost you. I had to ghost myself because I got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not don't come back to me. Don't come back to me. Like I don't want you. But the thing is, I want you to know that I did care for you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Well, thanks, fam.
Yeah, for reals.
Mhm.
Well, that's we're gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching, fam. For those who's seen who is watching this show for the first time, feel free to follow us and share our videos and hit that notification button. Subscribe. You know,
It's
we're
always
here every
something
Friday.
different.
Yes, every Friday is always different. Today we went from like religious things to
Kool-Aid.
yeah, to Kool-Aid to figuring out a boyfriend for Belisha.
Yes, we need a marriage advice for Belisha.
You know, is Belisha black? Is she what at this is?
Now let's just keep her identity secret.
Well, I mean, because if she's white and she's looking for a black guy, that doesn't work. You need to find a Mexican, right? If you're Hispanic, you find a black guy, right? Not a light skinned black guy, dark skinned black guy. If you're black, you need to find a white guy. If you're African, you find a white guy. There's a lot of combinations that mix real well. You make the cutest little puppy dogs. I'm just saying.
Don't listen to anything Rum has to say. He's still in the
That's off
process of
subject.
finding.
It's true. It's so true.
Awesome.
You're gonna plan.
Awesome. Well,
Alright,
don't
fam.
forget to hit that like button, y'all. And we'll
Thank you,
catch you
fam.
guys next week. You know where to find us every Friday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
Until
thank
next
you, guys.
time, fam.
Good night.